but that's never going to achieve a solution.
No, I know that, but we are actually forbidden from having conversations and being nice to these people.
But don't you want a solution?
No, solution is only going to, with those people, we can't have solutions if they don't want peace. Do you know what the Quran actually states on this matter? وَإِن جَنَحُوا لِلسِّلْمِ فَاجْنَحْ لَهَا وَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. If they come with peace, then go to them with peace and rely upon God. If someone is, let me tell you something. If I'm walking in the street right now and someone tries to slap my face, I'm not going to say, let's have a conversation. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to have that. I want to be open and honest. I'm saying that there are some non-negotiables, but you have not, they don't exist in this conversation. That's why I'm saying, with those particular people in the Jewish community like yourselves, moderates, who don't support the rogue state of Israel in their actions and bombardments of the Palestinian civilians, we say to you, look, we're willing to make any compromise that doesn't go against our religion with you in order to increase and enhance community cohesion. Even if that means someone like myself, who has a relatively large following, saying, you know what, if it upset you that we came to Golders Green, then honestly, I'm sorry about that, and we didn't mean to upset you, and for the sake of community cohesion, we come forward and say, you know, if there's anything we can do to make up for that, we'll do it.
She made an interesting point though, and I think he gave the answer to it. So for example, which Muhammad Hijab said, in the Muslim community, if you have an extreme group of people who are being anti-Semitic, it's not really for us to say to the Jews, go and speak to them. It's easier for the Muslim community who are more moderate to go and speak to the extremes and say, listen, what you're doing theologically
we did
is
that
correct.
in this very park.
Oh,
we did this in this very park.
Sorry, I'm not
with ISIS sympathizers.
So likewise, as you said, those Jews that are on the extreme end, like you said, for him it's non-negotiable to negotiate with them. But it's for people like yourself to go into your own community and say to those extreme people who are on the extreme end that, look, you need to calm down a little bit. It's not for other community members to do it, it's for your community member. And the question is, are you doing that? Maybe you are.
Those people making comments under that video of Golders Green.
Okay, that's a good point you mentioned it. Let me say it to you right now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who makes a comment which is deemed as anti-Semitic, okay, by these intelligent young ladies, okay, who will email me and say this is the comments on whatever you find distasteful, I will take it down and I will block you from ever being able to make a comment on my channel again. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, very.
No, but that should be default position. Are people commenting?
Yeah, no.
No, that's look. Even here,
if it's anti-Semitic, he said.
No, Andrew. You know Aaron. The two Aaron and his friend. Yeah, they were chased out the park. They told us about that. Do you think when I see that I'm going to be like, oh, that's because they're being chased out the park? Of course not. You know, people need to understand our default position is that we don't want to be gagged. We don't want to be told, oh, if you speak out against Israel, you're anti-Semitic. I'm not sorry, I don't buy that because it's
they spoke.
I'm saying what I'm being told by radical Zionists. Yeah, they're saying if you speak out against Israel and they do it, you're anti-Semitic. And I'm like, well, that's as good as a Muslim speaking, like ISIS saying, if you speak out against us, you're an Islamophobe. That's pathetic.
But that's what they would say.
Yeah.
The extremes of all groups.
Exactly.
You
know what?
Are you satisfied with the way this conversation? Is there anything else you want to put forward to us?
No, just that if you do really genuinely want a dialogue, like take my number, like I can introduce you to, Jewish people and do it in the proper way.
Fine, absolutely, no problem.
We're speaking.
One thing, could I throw in there for everybody? I think it's very important when you have any dialogue that people aren't misinformed. Yeah, so people aren't misinformed, and I always find naturally it's an emotive subject, so I'm not saying take emotions away, but people are misinformed on both ends. And I think when you come to a discussion table, you need to come with actual information, like something simple as, I asked you, how do Israel defend themselves? And everybody just says Iron Dome, and they don't know about the David sling or the Arrow 1, 2, and 3. That's a big misinformation, because then the next question is, and it has to be asked, where did they fund that from?
Yeah, I think that's what we need to sit and talk on the table.
Yeah, around the table, to bring in the information though.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that this has been productive.
Yeah, it was very fruitful.
And what I think is that, the best conversations are those where we can be most frank to each other.
Yeah.
And I think we've both been frank. And look, we're not here to try and arrogate to the Jewish community, honestly. I genuinely believe, look, you're one of the only communities where we can eat your meat and where we can marry Jewish. Not that that's allowed. I didn't talk.
Mohammed's getting excited now.
I didn't mean it. No, but there's a reason for that. The assumption of, and that's why I said the Prophet married a Jew, but he married a Jew who became Muslim, obviously, but she was ethnically Jew. We have prophets in our religion who are, we cannot be Muslim unless that we venerate them. Moses, David, obviously Solomon, and Jesus as well. Jesus is a Jew as well. But the point is, and more, and many more. So the point of, yeah, I don't know about if he's Israel.
Yes.
I don't know if he's Jewish. Anyway, the point is all in all now, I think it's been productive. If there's anything else, you know, you can send emails or something like that. Anything that's on my YouTube page, you can find the email. And any comments that you don't like, anything like that. This has been very reasonable and very fruitful. So I thank you for coming over and saying what you've said. These are the kind of conversations that will, by the way, make transformative differences, I think, in the world. That people can see that we don't agree with everything. Maybe we definitely don't agree on everything. But we have a certain level of, okay, they're reasonable to this extent. I'm reasonable to this extent. Of a flesh that joins, you know, our cause. Yeah, building bridges. And I hope that people see this and show people around the world that actually Jews and Muslims can have these conversations and can be friendly with one another.
History says so.
Okay, great.
Yeah? All right.
Okay.
I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And he's all recording.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? You all right, yeah?
I saw you on YouTube, yeah.